enough to kill the entire state of New York.
A new FBI, Tuesday on CBS and streaming on Paramount Plus.
I'm delivering you a couple days of sunshine. Waiting in the window, rain showers. I'll tell you when they float in. Live from downtown Marquette, it's your 19 News.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Sarah Blakely. Tonight on your WZMQ 19 News, the Kingsford Mail Distribution Center will remain open for a while longer. Tonight, the announcement from the U.S. Postmaster after his initial decision to close the facility. Plus, some scouts in Delta County are keeping their community clean. We'll show you how they tended to their local pocket park. And the Dickinson County organization named the recipient of a major donation from 100+ Women Who Care. Your 19 News starts now.
Live from the UP, this is WZMQ 19 News at 11.
We've cooled down quite a bit tonight, Air. Who's seeing the lowest temperatures?
Those low temperatures we're expecting in the 30s tonight, especially along that Wisconsin border. So in the interior, taking a look. Conditions fairly dry this evening. Here's a look at those current temperatures. We've even got some 30s down in Manistee. Winds are fairly calm. We'll expect them to be pretty light tonight into tomorrow and Wednesday as well. Sunnier conditions expected tomorrow, but then those rain showers could return on our Thursday, maybe even some thunderstorms. I'll have more details for you after the break.
Thanks, Air. UP mail will continue to be sorted and processed at the Iron Mountain Kingsford U.S. Postal Service facility, at least for now. U.S. Senator Gary Peters announced today that U.S. Postmaster Louis DeJoy will delay closing the Kingsford Mail Processing Center and other facilities like it across the country until January 1st. This comes after DeJoy announced last week that the Kingsford facility would eventually be shut down and operations moved to Green Bay, Wisconsin. In his letter to a group of 25 U.S. senators, DeJoy wrote in part, quote, "I will commit to pause any implementation of these moves at least until after January 1st, 2025. Even then, we will not advance these efforts without advising you, the senators, of our plans to do so, and then only at a moderated pace." You can read the full letter from DeJoy right now at WZMQ19.com. Excuse me. New at 11, a portion of US 2 west of Escanaba is now open after more than a week of being closed to traffic. According to MDOT, the east approach to the bridge over Portage Creek suffered pavement damage due to recent rains and high water. Roads eastbound and westbound were closed for emergency repairs back on May 3rd. That detour was lifted just before 4 o'clock this afternoon after repaving was completed. And a heads up for late night drivers tonight and tomorrow. MDOT will begin transporting equipment from Escanaba to the Tilden mine. Large mine dump truck components will be hauled in 2 oversized loads beginning just a couple minutes ago and finishing by 5 a.m. tomorrow morning and again Tuesday night into Wednesday morning from 11 p.m. to 5 a.m. That equipment will be taken down M35 in Delta County, then to M553 onto Marquette County Road 480, back onto M35 and then to the Tilden mine. Traffic will be stopped ahead of and behind the load, although the rig will periodically be pulled over to allow traffic to pass. MDOT encourages motorists to drive carefully and to avoid the area during the move, if at all possible. Today in Escanaba, local Cub Scouts got hands-on experience helping their community. WZMQ's Iron Mountain Bureau reporter Lily Simmons has the story.
Scout Pack 471 got their hands dirty Monday evening working to clean up the DNR Pocket Park at the UP State Fairgrounds.
We are blessed to have this park out here. The fishing, the archery programs, they invite the scouts out constantly, school groups. It's always open to the community, and it's pretty much the scouts' way of giving back and saying thank you.
There was a job for everyone, and even the littlest scouts did their part.
The Pocket Park just stocked the fish last Wednesday, so we're going to clean up the pond some so the fishing's a little bit easier for the kids. Leaf and debris removal by the fire tower and pellet gun range, trimming the bushes and trees, clean up the sidewalks, push brooms, rake in.
Cleaning up the Pocket Park is just one of many activities scouts do throughout the year, and they're looking for new scouts to join them for a recruitment event at the park on June 1st.
Throughout the UP, there's just under 600 youth involved in the scouting program. All too often we hear we never knew scouting was a thing in the UP. We're looking to get everyone out here to see what scouting's all about.
And for these scouts, Scouts, it's about investing in their community and its natural resources.
We're in a controlled environment right here. As we're working on preserving nature, it leads off into when we are out on the hiking trails or out at the campgrounds. As far as leave no trace, respect the wildlife, all about getting them to show that they care and installing those values into our youth.
As well as the life lessons they learn along the way.
How to survive when you have nothing and just helping people. Being a better person and like how to treat other people.
Lily Simmons, WZMQ 19 News, Escanaba.
For more information on the Cub Scouts June 1st recruitment event, just head to WZMQ19.com. Cub Scouts from all over the UP gathered over the weekend to compete to see whose troop is the best. On Saturday, Cub Scouts competed in their annual Olympics. This long-standing event was just open to all of the Scouts across the UP just last year. Even though it is a competition, it's also a chance for the Cub Scout community to come together and just have a good time outside. The district membership committee chair says one of the most important things to the Cubs is community and giving back.
Yeah, the fishing and hiking, but we care, and we're trying to teach the kids to care and to give back to the community that gives back to us.
Awards were given for first, second, and third place, as well as specialty awards and a participation badge. The Cub Scouts motto is always do your best, and Scout leaders say that's exactly what these kids did. Gladstone's Parks and Recreation Department and local clubs joined together to help restore a community gem. On Saturday, the Key Club of Gladstone and Rapid River joined with the Parks and Recs Department to help take care of the local playground. This annual event started back in 1991 and has been carried on by the communities each year. A member of Gladstone's Parks and Rec Board says this event is important to all of the groups and they're happy to give back.
It's a great place to be, grow up. And, giving back to your community is important. You appreciate it more. And, we just want it to look the best it can be.
For more information on future projects for Gladstone's Parks and Rec Department, just go to WZMQ19.com. The Dickinson 100 Plus Women Who Care organization hosted its quarterly meeting tonight, announcing a new nonprofit donation recipient. The 100 Plus organization meets 4 times a year, distributing donations to a local nonprofit chosen at random. The Cure of Iron Mountain was voted tonight's recipient for a community donation of $10,000 or more toward its mission of helping at-risk youth. During a presentation, the Cure's executive director shared how the nonprofit worked to help at least 20 students ages 10 to 24 who faced homelessness just this past winter.
A lot that goes into establishing a nonprofit, but starting a program from the ground up, and especially something that nobody else is doing. You pour your heart and soul into these kids because they are so hungry and they need everything that we have to give them.
The Cure's executive director says the money will help fund another full-time staff member. We'll have details about the Dickinson County 100 Plus Women Who Cares next quarterly meeting over at WZMQ19.com. Your first warning weather forecast is coming up after this break, plus cleanup downstate in Portage after devastating tornado last week. The group that's going around neighborhoods helping others clear the damage. And later, just 2 weeks out from Memorial Day, and travel experts say it'll be the busiest travel weekend in 20 years. We'll have some tips for you. We're back in 2 minutes.
19 News is brought to you by Kirkish Furniture.
Sleep better with a new mattress from Kirkish Furniture. We proudly feature made in the Midwest Restonic mattresses. Try one out today and compare other major brands. Let our sleep specialists help you find the bed of your dreams at Kirkish Furniture.
With style and class, Me TV's Perry Mason represented the sleek 50s fashion, distinctive and suave. The truth never goes out of style on Perry Mason.
Weekdays at 9 a.m. and 11:30 p.m.
If you're over 40, we want you to think ahead for just a moment. Imagine your retirement having all the money you need, all the income, every month, guaranteed. That's Secure Future Investing. Secure Future utilizes an indexed annuity tied to the U.S. stock market, but without any risk of loss, ever. That's right. No matter what happens in the market, your investment can never decline. Down years, you're insured against any losses. Boom years, your retirement account grows exponentially to increase your worth. Whether the market is up or down, Secure Future Investor can set you up with guaranteed money for life income. It's the difference between thinking you have enough money to retire and knowing you're getting that retirement check every single month for the rest of your life, no matter how long you live. Over 40 years old? Call now. Call 888-861-2298. 888-861-2298.
Direct.
Don't you ever look up at the sky and roll your eyes. You hear me?
Yes.
Realistic.
I will maybe have a tendency to
spend too much and won't be able to pay your rent.
He holds the line.
I resent it, and I resent you for doing it.
Mathis Court is in session.
Weekdays on WZMQ CBS. Amy Doyle reports at 6 and 11 on WZMQ 19 News. Now, award-winning WZMQ 19 First Warning Weather with Air Stasic.
Well, we do have some Canadian wildfires that could be affecting the air, especially this evening. Most of that is going to be down in Wisconsin, and that continues till about midnight Central Time, so 1 a.m. Eastern Time. So if you're headed down there, just be on the lookout for that. That could also impact us over the next couple of days, depending on how those wildfires are handled. And then we have a frost advisory, just a little bit of a heads up for Gogebic County. We don't have any alerts or warnings at the moment in Michigan, but if you live on that border, just something to keep in mind, as those lows could be down to 30 there in Wisconsin as well as Minnesota. Current conditions, though, we're looking nice and clear, maybe even a chance for the aurora tonight. However, we do have better chances tomorrow evening. Here's some shots from our very own Ken Baynard out there in Ishpeming. Temperatures right now in the 40s. Those winds fairly calm, still coming out of the northeast primarily. We'll continue with that for the next couple of days. We could have some gusts tonight around 20 miles an hour, no big deal. And then look at that, sunshine for the next 2 days. We could see some clouds here and there. Those temperatures slowly warming up as we get into the week, but then we're gonna dip back down and then up. So, you know, just going with the waves. For the lows tonight, like I said, most of us in that 30s, but we do have some areas here possibly hanging on to those 40s as you wake up as well. So it could be a brisk one in the morning, but look at this, Futurecast showing very limited cloud activity out there. So if you are someone who likes those sunny skies, maybe get out running tomorrow or walking, hikes, really good idea for that, as those temperatures are nice and cool. So the bugs, we're not really dealing with those at the moment, knock on wood, right? But then we'll see some clouds moving in on Wednesday. And if you can see that green in the far corner, yeah, chances of showers returning Wednesday evening. More likely though on Thursday. Here's a look for the next 6 to 10 days as far as temperatures, where we are headed. And yeah, we're kind of split here in the UP. We'll have the west half near normal, and then the east half here just leaning above normal. So again, we are a little bit on that cooler side of spring. Taking a look at Iron River for the next 7 days, well, we've got sunshine, cloudy skies. Those are returning on Thursday. And as you can see, like I mentioned, we've got those temperature waves. They might even see some 70s though later on in the week. Here in Marquette though, no. We'll stick with the 60s, but a good chance of hitting 67 possibly on Sunday. Remember, that farmers market is opening this Saturday. I know we're all stoked about it here. And I will have your 7-day for Escanaba in 15.
Thanks, Air. There will likely be major progress in cleaning up downstate Portage this week, thanks to a group known as Team Rubicon. The group consists of military veterans who are specifically trained for tornado cleanup. Carter Landis got to see some of their work today.
After getting hit hard by severe storms last week, Portage has lots of work to do to clean up out from under the rubble. But they have some help. Team Rubicon is a veterans-led nonprofit organization, and they've been helping communities recover from disasters since 2010. Now they're cutting down trees and cleaning up debris in Portage free of charge.
We monitor the weather and we jump in and we organize a response such as this and then work through that.
Jim Bodine was diagnosed with cancer 16 years ago. He says being a chainsaw instructor for Team Rubicon has given him a second chance.
I struggled for the longest time because, hey, I had a second chance at life and I wanted to give back. And that's what Team Rubicon has done for me.
You're done with your cut.
Each member of Team Rubicon is trained to use disaster relief machinery such as chainsaws. Many members of Team Rubicon are military veterans, including Bodine, who served in the Army. It gives these veterans a chance to serve their communities in a different manner.
We all get together for one cause to help the community in need. Helping people on their darkest days is the best thing we can do.
Kimberly Cheesebro, the Kalamazoo administrator for Team Rubicon and Portage native, appreciative of the support from those coming from all around the country to help this area.
It's a great honor for me to bring in an organization that I believe deeply in, that is just an outstanding group of men and women.
The smiles and relief on residents' faces is what makes it all worth it.
You did a great job.
We love to get hugs. There's nothing like that feeling of instant gratification.
Team Rubicon will be working in Portage until May 24th. Meantime, wildfire smoke from Canada is having an impact on air quality in the upper Midwest. Smoke from more than 100 Canadian wildfires has now spread into the U.S., triggering air quality alerts in Wisconsin and Minnesota. The scene is similar to last summer when residents in multiple states dealt with hazy skies and smoky air. Experts say Canada's unprecedented fires could send even more smoke further south this year.
I would suspect it may even be worse this year. We had very large amount of dormant fires in the Northeast and south of our community. Very little snow, virtually no snowpack. And we entered the spring in a Category 5 drought situation.
So far, the wildfires in Canada have burned more than 13,000 acres. Officials in Minnesota urged people to limit their time outdoors today and keep their windows closed. The Memorial Day weekend is fast approaching, so if you haven't made your travel plans yet, you'd better hurry. AAA says it will be the busiest in nearly 20 years. 43.8 million people are expected to travel 50 miles or more for the holiday. Chris Van Cleve has the report.
On board the brand new Carnival Firenze ahead of its sold-out inaugural Mexican cruise.
It's geared toward families, fun.
The summer vacation season has started a little early for the cruise family.
This is probably the most eventful vacation you can have in such a small area.
Part of it is also you can sort of lock in the cost.
Oh, absolutely, yes.
Cruising is surging in popularity. Nearly 35 million passengers are expected this year, 5 million more than pre-pandemic. The Firenze was originally intended to serve China, but was shifted to the U.S. instead to meet the demand.
We're well booked ahead of where we would normally be. We have inventory open through the first half of 2026.
Are you full for the summer of 2024?
There's still space available, but we are telling people you've got to book early and plan ahead.
Carnival President Christine Duffy.
We're seeing more people that are discovering cruising as a great family vacation. The value of a cruise vacation relative to what it costs today to go to a resort makes it extremely attractive and efficient and easy.
AAA expects travel by cruising or train to jump nearly 6% this Memorial Day. The vast majority, though, will drive, a record 38.4 million, up 4% from last year. Gas prices have been ticking down, though they're still sitting about 8 cents a gallon higher than they were last year nationally.
People are still prioritizing travel, and they're budgeting for it. Maybe they're cutting back in other areas of their life, but we're not seeing people pull back on travel and how they're spending.
And at airports, AAA expects about 5% more flyers this Memorial Day. Joy Noel Bolanig booked her summer trips months ago, but pivoted destinations when she spotted a deal.
To go to Japan would have been $1,200 round trip for one person. When we switched to go to Canada, it was $1,200 round trip for both of us.
AAA expects the busiest times on the roads will be next Thursday and Friday between noon and 7. United Airlines expects its busiest day leading into Memorial Day will be Thursday.
A sport originating here in the UP has over 50 years of history, now on display in Marquette. At the Marquette Regional History Center, a Guts Frisbee exhibit is unveiled today, showcasing tournament-winning frisbees, old still photos, and other pieces of memorabilia, all to capture the game that started in Eagle Harbor. Athletes in the sport are now traveling across the world to compete in Guts Frisbee tournaments. History Center curators say it only makes sense to open an exhibit representing this UP sport.
People have been playing for decades. It's very much a Michigan and a Midwest sport, and we have players that have and continue to go compete in world competition. World-class athletes here in the sport of guts, and I think we should all feel proud of that.
The exhibit is open during normal business hours, Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. An Iron Mountain wrestler secured his college future with a Division III university today. Fulton Stroud signed his national letter of intent to wrestle for Lakeland University in Sheboygan, Wisconsin. He played football and wrestled for Iron Mountain through his entire high school career. He's a 4-time state qualifier, 2-time state runner-up, a UP champion, and was recently named to the Michigan Grappler Division IV All-Senior team. He says he is looking forward to wrestling in college.
You know, just winning matches like I did in high school. Probably going to make it to the national finals, I'd assume. I don't really know, but I'd assume. So, yeah, I'm just looking forward to that. I decided on Lincoln because I got a bunch of friends there, and, I like the coach and stuff. Work hard and just be good. I don't know, just that.
Stroud says he plans to study accounting. A fierce and funny competition took over Marquette Mountain Resort over the weekend. The UP Wife Carrying Championship made a comeback. Teams of 2 made their way through a 300-yard obstacle course through mud, jumping over logs, all with one person on the other's back. The winner even took home the wife's weight in beer. Marquette Mountain's general manager says the goal of the competition is just to have some fun.
Wanted to be very inclusive and have everybody here and have a ton of fun.
The general manager says they're looking forward to bringing this Finnish tradition back again next year. Still ahead tonight, the race for companies to improve artificial intelligence, and some analysts say it could have global consequences. That report just a few minutes away.
Get an 11% rebate on everything at Menards. Check out our great selection of quality appliances. We offer the lowest prices with the largest in-stock appliance selection. Ready to take home today. Get this Criterion Top Freezer Refrigerator for only $619 after rebate. Sylvania True-Wave LED bulbs mimic natural sunlight and feature superior dimming control, helping you see and feel better. Get $10 instant savings on a single qualifying purchase of $40 or more.
Save big money at Menards.
Hi friends, Richard Karn here. Now I'm known as the guy who can fix just about anything, but the technology in most appliances requires very special training to fix. And that's why my family has Choice Home Warranty.
Choice Home Warranty covers over 25 major home systems and appliances. That's your AC, heating, plumbing, kitchen and laundry appliances, and so much more.
Imagine for less than a cup of coffee a day, Choice Home Warranty can help protect you from expensive major system and appliance breakdowns that your homeowner's insurance doesn't cover.
Call Choice Home Warranty now and get access to a nationwide network of over 15,000 technicians and the latest appointment setting technology so you'll know when they're on their way.
So, do what this old DIYer did and call Choice Home Warranty now before something breaks down.
Get protection for your heating, AC, plumbing, kitchen and laundry appliances, and more. Call for your free quote today. Call in the next 5 minutes and get your first month free. 800-418-1754. 800-418-1754.
This week, Colbert's New with Steve Carell, Jennifer Hudson, George Stephanopoulos, and David Letterman takes the Colbert Questionnaire this week on CBS.
She's fair.
Untrue, Your Honor.
What, you're going to have your turn.
She's inquisitive.
What in the world led to this young lady finding you in this compromising situation?
And firm.
The only thing that matters in this particular courtroom, sir, is how I see it.
Watch Equal Justice with Judge Ebony K. Williams.
Weekdays on WZMQ CBS. You're watching WZMQ 19 News, live and local with Sarah Blakely.
In just a few weeks, our nation's capital will host the NATO summit. Leaders are expected to discuss issues like the war in Ukraine, but analysts believe another key topic will be about strengthening the European component of NATO, especially if the U.S. were to pull back on its contributions to the alliance. Our Washington, D.C. correspondent Rachel Knapp reports.
The Center for Strategic and International Studies, better known as CSIS, a bipartisan nonprofit policy research organization analyzing global issues, held a discussion about strengthening NATO's European pillar, meaning the European member nations. The strength of NATO's European pillar has been in question since its founding in the 1940s. Researchers shared what former U.S. Secretary of State Madeleine Albright warned 25 years ago of the emerging European and security defense identity.
Should avoid duplicating or decoupling and discriminating against NATO allies.
The U.S. plays an influential role in the NATO alliance. It's also the largest contributor to the alliance. There's pressure for Europe to do more for its own defense. NATO leaders worry if former President Trump wins the election, he would pull out of the alliance. But Trump has since said the U.S. would stay in the alliance as long as other countries contribute their fair share. But researchers argue that if there was a pullback from the U.S., even a slight pullback, European nations can hold their own without help from America.
I think this idea that Europe can't defend itself is somewhat overdone.
Leading up to the NATO summit, researchers say NATO has been effective in helping Ukraine push back against Russia's aggression. And moving forward, there should be less fear around less U.S. attention on NATO. Endless ways European countries can build a stronger pillar.
More cash, defence spending towards 3% in Europe, more capabilities, filling capability gaps, more combat power, addressing readiness and industrial capacity, and then finally more cooperation in Europe as well.
In Washington, Rachel Knapp, WZMQ 19 News.
There's a big race underway to develop artificial intelligence products that will impact consumers around the world. But the AI competition heats up. There are also potential unintended consequences. Skylar Henry has the details.
At an open AI conference in San Francisco Monday, the technology company announced a significant update to its ChatGPT product.
You're doing a live demo right now? That's awesome.
GPT 4.0 now includes the ability to interact with live speech. The artificial intelligence actually listens to the audio instead of transcribing the speech first, which cuts down response time.
Ah, I see it now.
The new version also utilizes images to help problem solve.
So ChatGPT, this is what I ended up with. How does this look?
Spot on.
Google is expected to announce its own AI developments Tuesday, and Apple has an event scheduled for June. The race isn't just to be first with the tech, but to become dominant. And to do that, the companies need to know how to protect consumers from potential AI abuses.
Our team has been hard at work figuring out how to build in mitigations against misuse. We continue to work with different stakeholders out there, from government, media, entertainment, all industries.
Beyond the competition among AI developers, China and the U.S. are facing off in their own global competition to implement artificial intelligence. The U.S. and China will hold talks Tuesday on how the two countries can work together to safely deploy AI technologies.
Keeping lines of communication open on the risks of the technologies that are transforming our world is an important part of competing responsibly.
Part of the tech arms race includes developing computer chips capable of carrying out AI functions.
In 2022, President Biden signed into law a bill authorizing $280 billion to lure chip manufacturers back to the U.S. We'll be right back after this break.
This week, Colbert's New with Steve Carell, Jennifer Hudson, George Stephanopoulos, and David Letterman takes the Colbert Questionnaire this week on CBS.
My spirit just want to throw the shoe, and it's a compliment, Chris. Country superstar Chris Stapleton.
I didn't go to a shoe throwing church.
And of course, we gotta sing together. Every single minute of every day. Then we all need a little etiquette. Close talkers.
I'm gonna teach you a little trick.
The Jennifer Hudson Show, tomorrow at 5 on WZMQ TV CBS, followed by 19 News at 6.
At Riverside Chrysler of Escanaba, we're rolling out the red carpet for you. Hey, that's for the guests!
Walk the red carpet to savings at Riverside Chrysler of Escanaba.
Lease a new 24 Compass Limited 4x4 for $299 a month. Get 6.9% for 72 months or $47.50 total bonus cash on a new 24 Grand Cherokee Limited 4x4.
All right, that's it. Red carpet's gotta go.
Wait, you haven't seen my best move yet.
25 years of fun, and you're invited. It's the silver anniversary of the Downtown Marquette Farmers Market. Come celebrate with us every Saturday morning at the Marquette Commons. From 9 to 1, you'll find a wide variety of local foods, produce, art, and so much more. Plus, the Wednesday night farmers market on the 100 block of West Washington Street is back from 5 to 8. For more information, visit mqtfarmersmarket.com. The Farmers Market is presented by the Marquette DDA and sponsored by Flagstar Bank and WZMQ 19.
It's hilarious. Hidden camera. Hijinks. Just for laughs, gags.
This evening we'll have mostly clear skies, and as Sarah has mentioned and I mentioned earlier, there is a chance of that wildfire haze coming out of Canada this evening. As at the moment, though, no air quality alerts. Tomorrow, though, we've got sunny skies and those temperatures mostly in the 50s. It's going to be warmest in the interior, so lucky y'all that are inland. And then taking a look at the school day for tomorrow, well, definitely maybe start with a light jacket or hoodie for your student before those temperatures warm up in the afternoon. Yes, we had some hail on Sunday. This is actually on my deck. It was very kind of surprising, although we knew it was a possibility. And if you're wondering, hail size, well, yeah, we were kind of in that P category here in Marquette, which is pretty common compared to these other sizes that we often do not see. So just a little fun fact for you. Taking a quick look at our 7-day for Escanaba here, we'll have sunshine till about Thursday.
Finally tonight, another country act takes the stage this August at the UP State Fair. Parmalee will perform on the grandstand stage on Saturday, August 17th. Parmalee was the most played band on country radio in 2023 with 4 #1 singles, multiple platinum records, and more than 1 billion on-demand streams. The North Carolina natives first topped the charts with their single Carolina, followed by the platinum certified #1 Just the Way. They recently scored their 3rd consecutive #1 with Girl in Mine, a track from their new album For You Too. Gold Circle tickets are on sale now. WZMQ 19 is once again a proud sponsor of the UP State Fair, and you can find ticketing information and the full entertainment lineup right now at WZMQ19.com. I'm just looking forward to funnel cake and elephant ears and the Croatian chicken. Yeah, it's the best part of the fair. That's it for now. We'll see you tomorrow.
Sleep better with a new mattress from Kirkish Furniture. We proudly feature made in the Midwest Restonic mattresses. Try one out today and compare other major brands. Let our sleep specialist help you find the bed of your dreams at Kirkish Furniture.
Hard work is part of life in the UP. No matter the challenge,